Ooh, I forgot this one happened. This is a long set. These two have played a pretty long set before, right? A set where it went down to like last game, last hit. Although I feel like the last time they played, it wasn't... man, it was a while ago. Momochi versus Mena. It's been a long time since then. Just like it's been a while since Shanti gifted a sub. Thanks very much for gifting a sub to John Ding. John Ding's a big fan of mine. That's why he subscribed. Big Sajam fan. Yeah, in this matchup, what's interesting is that Colleen actually has pretty good ground game to deal with Birdie. The one thing about Birdie is that he has really good whiff punishes, but Colleen has the heavy punch, right? So he whiffs the medium punch, right? Momochi is like, oh, I should walk up and swing with my heavy punch or something. Oh, man, it's right here. Walk up, tries for the heavy punch, and that's when you buffer. That's why Birdie's sweep is so good. Because what happens here, right, is that sweep is like really well spaced, right? Really far sweep. So what you do is after the sweep, you delay, and if you see your opponent move at all, you swing with medium. That's like the auto whiff punish that Birdie is very good at. You hit like a far button, and then you do medium punch, and you buffer. Way Gamble, never heard of him. What up, Wayne? Yeah, activate here. Probably throw. Yeah, if you're Mena here, you're going to eat some throws. It was an empty jump. That's why I got away with it. If you're Momochi, you have to be very patient for hail, right? Because if you throw hail, he can bullhorn it or bullhead it. He has 2 bars here almost. Dead. Call him Anyong. Oh boy. Oof. Yeah, Momochi is a very safe, kind of slow defensive player, right? You see how slow, like he plays so patient, constantly playing patient, right? That's why, like, you know, he's one of those players that really makes Colleen scary to fight against. Almost as scary as Shanti gifting 5 of those subs. Thanks very much. Jesus. How many gifted subs have we had today? That's 16 or something? More than that? 17, 18? It's been a lot. Oh boy. Look at how slow this has been. 30 seconds off the clock. Barely any life for either player. Right? Barely any life for either player. They've just been playing this super slow. Dang. Thanks for the gifted subs, homie. I appreciate it. Happy holidays to you and yours. Man, he's gotten so many of those crush counter back heavy kick. What Momochi is doing is stepping up in this range and just swinging with his super far buttons. Because what that'll make Mena do is walk back, and then when you make him walk back, you can dash up in his face. Right? That's like the strategy. Thanks again, Sean. I appreciate that. All 5 of the new subs. Thanks for not panhandling in my chat. This is a good buffer. He's holding bullhorn here. He backsteps. He just buffers strong. Boom. This wouldn't have hit if he didn't hit a button. And the setup off critical art is very good. Yeah, this setup is really strong. Baits the wake up counter. This is going to become an important interaction, by the way. After that, dash up heavy kick is a really common meaty for Birdie. So Momochi just tries to wake up counter to beat it. And there's going to be a lot of supers landed in this set where you see the post-super mix-up and kind of what Mena goes for and what Momochi goes for. Yeah, he got as much damage as he could. In that scenario, anyway. Once he was already committed. 10 seconds. If you're Mena, yeah, if you're Mena here, you just hit crouching jab and you wait. You take your throws. You don't do anything crazy. You're just big chilling. Damn, the jump. How often does Momochi jump at the start of the round? I wasn't thinking of anybody in particular about the panhandling. Same scenario we saw before. If you're Momochi, you can't get hit like this again, right? Sweep. Max distance. Momochi walks up. Tries the fierce. Whiff punish. If you're Momochi, you can't do that again, right? You gotta watch out for that. That's obviously what he's looking for. Yeah, they removed the ads already. Capcom, listen, they did it pretty fast. That's a big anti-air. If that canceled into heavy, into super, that would have been more. But yeah, same interaction. Now the thing is, you have to ask yourself is, does Momochi counter again or not? And the answer is, of course. I think a lot of players like Momochi who are very experienced don't get dissuaded from making the same choice twice, right? They're pretty stubborn. Counter damage on it too. That was good. Oh, was it always supposed to go out that time? All right, never mind then. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't really read it that much because I was not paying attention. I was like getting ready for whatever it's called. Kill the game. You cracked me up. Fighting game players are so pessimistic about their games. Everybody's always the saddest they could ever be. Nobody's ever like, man, I love fighting games. I love the games I play. Everybody's always just like, ugh. I had to get out of bed today. My blackout curtains kept my room as dark as my soul. Wow, no counter hit confirmed. After this medium kick, you should be looking for standing light kick. I also think that activation is really good against Colleen or any other character with an escape view reversal. Nice check on the dash. I had to wake up before 10 a.m. I had to wake up. I had to be at the venue by 8 a.m. for Capcom Cup. That was my call time this day. Nice. Good punish. Some characters' punishes are a little finicky after EX, but that looks pretty good. Yeah, you have so much. When you block the hail, she is so plus, by the way. She has, look at how long she has to walk up. She has got all day. And you see regular hit, no counter hit. This is a jump out, probably. If he canceled right there, he gets dizzy. It's not the round, but that's a big loss from Momochi. Yeah, Mena had to use V-skill there, I think, to try to build some V-gauge. But now he can just activate. Because that was a great reaction. Jesus. Okay, this is big. I mean, yeah, waking up at 8 a.m. is fine. You gotta do it sometimes. I love my job. I can't complain. I can complain, but I won't complain. If he hit him low, yeah, I was gonna say. If he hit him low, he would have clipped him with super, and now you have to guess. The thing is that Momochi's done counter twice, right? So if you're here, you're thinking to yourself, there's no way that I can't thank Phil Burnell for the Twitch Prime. Thanks very much. You're thinking to yourself, there's no way he'd wake up parry again, right? So that's why he goes meaty, boom, boom, and then that was going to be bullhead after. Good choice. That was a good punish. Bullhead. You get a lot of kickback on that too. You see how much screen space Mena got from that half screen? The golden segue. I have it. I should probably put that up. This is one of those matchups where they both have really excellent grounded whiff punish buttons. So it's pretty hard to just like swing kind of like all crazy in the neutral, right? That button from Birdie is death here, essentially, from Momochi. Nice jump back. EX. That was a beautiful jump out. That was all he was looking for. What I'm surprised about, actually, is that Mena didn't do the light chain dive here. I guess he wasn't that close. And into the critical art after. A lot of people like living in Vegas. It's cheap. And, yeah, there's a lot to do. Punish? And you get a knockdown because it's heavy parabellum. That's one good thing that she has, right, is standing medium into heavy parabellum's a combo. So she doesn't have to rely on anything back. There we go. Back heavy kick and then EX parabellum for the... Oh, I've never seen that. Wow. Yeah, even past me said that. I've never seen that. I forgot that it could even happen. EX bullhorn is a good call out as long as you know they're not going to throw, right? If you make that read, jab's going to punish, yeah. This is one thing about Birdie that makes him extremely scary when he has offense in the corner, right? Down jab hits, Momochi's trying to jump. Look at how far away you can safely anti-air. It would hit cross up here. It almost dizzied. And then he played real safe. Down jab after was only risky to parry, which would have done, to be fair, a ton of damage. If you're fair. That's a lot of damage, though. That was a good dash up. I think one thing about this matchup that you just sort of have to do is play nice and patient on the ground, even if you're pretending, and then dash as Momochi, because you're not going to get in. Even if your footsies are really, really good, you're not going to get in against Birdie without taking some kind of risk. Or finding some kind of big crush counter, or like, you know, you got to be a little, you have to be the proactive one. Which I don't think is usually Momochi's, like, specialty. I think about him as like the walk, wait, fierce. That's like the kind of way he plays Colleen. I think that this character really fits his playstyle because of how good her counter poking is, and I think that that's his biggest strength is Ken, right? Whiff punishing, counter poking, and then having really strong offense once you get in. Colleen is the same way. He bought a hot dog in Vegas. It was $12. I went to a coffee shop in San Francisco and it was $3 for a single cookie. Just the one. Yeah, she has bad escape options against us, even with V-reversal, so this is a good activation. Whiff punishing and counter poking. Whiff punishing is when an attack misses and you punish them, right? You whiff punish them while the attack is in recovery. Counter poking is just poking against someone else's limbs, right? So some buttons are great for initiating as a poke. Oh, that was a miss. Should have killed them. It didn't matter. Some pokes are great to initiate on the ground, right? They're really far range. They usually have good recovery. They're pretty high priority. Awesome. Some moves are good at intercepting moves that are coming at you. Colleen's Fierce is a good example. It's good to counter poke with because you just do it second and it beats a lot of moves, right? Yeah, that Fierce, right? I think this is a good example of what I would consider both of them, right? So I think Birdie's crouching medium kick I think of as like a regular poke. Pretty far range, low attack, pretty good. Fierce from Colleen is a counter poke. You don't really initiate with it. You kind of use it second, or you kind of use it to beat whatever normal they're trying to do. Birdie's sweep is the same kind of thing. I think about it as a super long range poke. Yeah, that was a whiff punish. CPT in Anaheim? Yeah, I was down the street from me too. But Vegas isn't that far from me, so I was fine with it. You know, when I watch Momochi, it's crazy how long he waits to do stuff sometimes. Yeah, that's a good way to think about it too. Yeah, he missed the light kick first. It's not the end of the world because he was activating anyway. Yeah, whiff punishing is a reaction to someone else's poke or trying to counter poke out of a scenario. Second time he's done that. Crouching short, short, dash up, crouching short, caught the walk back. And you have to guess after this. Momochi's woken up counter twice. I think Mena will command throw. Yeah. That was a pretty good setup. Jump, whiff the jump in, and then do the command throw. I like it. Colleen, Zeku, and Ken. He played all three. This is messed up. When you're in V-Trigger, right? Like, why in the world? Fierce. He played Ken against Itabashi. Calling standing light kick is a good counter poke too. Japan did very, very well at Capcom Cup. This year, I thought Japan would be very dominant. Before the tournament, I said I thought there would be 6 Japanese players in top 8. I think there was 5. The only people that weren't Japanese in top 8 was Justin, Cien, one more, right? Perfect counter. Justin, Cien, and one more. Who else? Angry Bird, yeah. So when you fight a character like Birdie who has a good cross-up, this works against Abigail as well. If you go for a meaty throw, if you try a regular anti-air here, this won't work. So jump back, air throw is like the perfect response. That crush counter fierce is near death if you get hit by it. So, nice. Meaty light kick. Damn, man. This is, we saw when he played ZJZ that he used this anti-air, but he didn't cancel Fierce Fierce. Or he canceled into Fierce Fierce instead of this. Crouching heavy punch. Heavy bullhead into super is a lot. That is like one of the more damaging anti-airs in the game. Crouching medium punch gives you Oki and stuff, right? But that is, if you can hit that, you're chilling, right? That's like all the money in the world. Yeah, this counters a lot of damage and good Oki, right? The hail, that's a big combo. You don't want to get wake up buttons or do anything against that. That's a pretty scary thing to challenge. Yeah, throws the EX. No dizzy, though. Ouch. Yeah, this does so much dizzy that even though he V-reversaled, which when you V-reversal, notice that the... if you look at his stun, notice that his stun goes away, right? So he has almost full stun. When you V-reversal, even if the V-reversal doesn't activate and work, you lose the stun, right? And then he buffers in the EX. It's still enough to dizzy.
We are going to go to a 5th and final game. Momochi with the call out on that.
That was good. That was very good. I like Daigo on Zeku. And actually, I think Daigo's stream is very fun to watch. That was impressive for Mena not to do medium into medium headbutt. Zeku's very good in this version of the game. I think Capcom did a good job of being reasonable about what to give him. In general, I think actually they did a pretty good job on this patch. There's only a few changes that I think most people are like, what? But I think that's always going to happen. It's the nature of patching. I think most of the changes I think are pretty good. That was almost a punish. Yeah, Ken getting nerfed a little too much. That was beautiful. I think one thing about baiting a throw is that your spacing on it, right here, the little walk in here needs to be so perfect to get a punish like this. That's the big one.
It is the backup hail, and it is set point to Momochi after being like 7 set points down. Crawling his way back here. This is it for the champ.
Ooh, that's... Bullhorn's an okay anti-air, but yeah, her jump heavy kick has a really low hitbox, and so in scenarios like that, you know, it's pretty tough to beat it. Also, he was plus after that crouching medium kick. I'm surprised he didn't hit standing light kick or something. That's one of those times where empty jumping, you have to buffer a button after, because Momochi tried to anti-air. If Mena did like standing medium punch or standing light kick into headbutt when he landed. Yeah, he did a good job of fighting his way out of the corner, right? Mostly because he got that one empty jump that didn't get anti-air that he can move all the way in. Oh boy. Standing heavy punch is very good. Ah, I see what he tried. Momochi was thinking about the jump here. When he does the throw and it misses here, he doesn't see the backdash. He automatically just assumes that he has to air throw the jump out. Dang, he didn't get the punish on the ground. Full bar though. He has full super. Gets thrown on EX. This is very hard to win. Even headbutt into. All right, well. Uh-oh. He didn't get a punish, though. I was just going to say the medium punch buffer is what Mena should look for. Right here, I think if you're fighting against Colleen, you just do medium punch buffer headbutt just in case. But he was a little late. Look at how stressed he looks. He's like, oh boy. Dang, that was a long set. 20 minutes for 3 out of 5. That was a long set. These two were slugging it out for quite a while.